Hi, my name is James, and today I will be showing you guys how to build a model kit. The one I'm building is a giant robot from an anime called Gundam. It's really awesome. I really love building these kits, and let's just jump right in, I guess. Some pieces that you may need for building a model kit are a set of files, a scalpel, be very careful with this is very sharp, tweezers, a Gundam marker to add highlights and detail, clippers, and smaller tweezers. You also will definitely need to use glue, because glue is ideal in most model kits, but model kits like this you do not need a lot, but it is advised that you have some handy. Next we'll move on to the pieces of the model kit. This is what the model kit will look like when you open the box. It will not be built for you because it's obviously a model kit. And each individual piece will be put on different trays in which you have to cut out using these, which I will demonstrate in a second. Now moving on to the instructions. It is the utmost urgency that you follow the instructions very carefully, because if you don't, you will screw up and it will look quite bad. Even though the instructions are in Japanese, the pictures are so distinct that you may not even need to read. Each of the instructions look like this, but sometimes can be more complicated or easier. I'm going to demonstrate by making the head of the model kit. You want to make sure that you cut out the pieces of the model kit very carefully, each individual one, so make sure that you don't scratch the piece, break the piece, or make the piece not able to fit together with the others. You have to follow the instructions, so what it tells me to do first is put these two pieces together. See, they slide together nicely. And then I need to add a sticker. See? This is now where the tweezers come in handy. You want to get the sticker onto the tweezers so it's easier to put on and apply. Where'd the piece go? There it is. Thank you, mysterious hand. Once you have it in there, you will want to apply it with something like this, so that you can push it in. Try not to scratch it. So that it has a nice look. Next I'm going to cut out the eye projection, just to make sure that the sticker doesn't fall out. You want to apply this very carefully. You may need to use the files once again to push the piece in a bit. There we go. It's got a nice look to it. Next it tells me to cut out so I have to find the sheet with the letter A on it. So I will need to go and find the sheet with the letter A on it. The corresponding letter corresponds with the piece that you need to cut out. Some of the pieces will be symmetrical, but always cut them out in order, just so you make sure that you won't mess up. I actually have a bit of residue or debris there, so this is when the file comes into part. You gotta take the file and see, now it's gone. Now this may look like we're done, but we aren't yet. Next, it tells us to grab the plate that says F on it, so we will. It says to cut out F13, so I want to find the number 13. Here we are. And then it says to find the piece PC1. Now these are polycaps. They're rubber. You can bend them easily. They're not really meant to be really hard or anything. They're added to the flexibility and joints of the model kit to make it move. So the ones with the polycaps on it will always say PC, so if you're ever building one of these, make sure you remember that. Now we've applied the neck joint. We can add the neck joint to the bottom. It's not sticking. I might need to glue that. Perfect time for a glue tutorial. So what you're going to want to do is apply glue down near the bottom. And slide the piece on top and hold it upside down. Make sure not to get the glue on your fingers because it'll be very sticky and it'll be hard to get them apart. After you've waited a couple of seconds, the glue should be dry because this is very fast drying glue and will stick very quickly. The last part of the final head piece will be A10. So we will cut out the A piece. And add it to the model kit's head. And there we have the finished head. Pretty cool, right? For sake of time, I have cut out the pieces of the chest before I did the video, so I'm just going to put this together. I've already showed you how putting together the model kit works. I'm not going to talk much while I do this, but I'm just going to give you a general, pretty much overview. Not really overview, but just a good solid couple of minutes of me building. So let's get started. And that's the chest done. As you see, you can apply the head when you're done to make the torso portion of the model kit. Cool, right? For the almost last portion of my how-to project, I'm going to put together the arm. This will not be finished. For the sake of time, building the entire model kit might take around 3 hours. So I did not want to make a 3-hour video because that would be time consuming. So let's jump right in. Like the other time, I'm not going to say a lot while I do this. So, alright. So that's the arm. It was a nice and fast build, but still looks really nice. I like the pink hands. It's cool. Even though that this isn't finished, you can get a good size comparison and just a good look at it. This is not finished, but I will show you some of my other finished model kits, which I have right here next to me, and which I'll show in a second. Even though that this may seem like, oh, you're only building this, well, there are bigger size differences and the harder type of model kit that you can find out there. There's many different types. So there is this 1/44th scale model kit, which is the smaller one. Then there's one that I have here called the Zaku, which is the 1/100th scale model kit. He is fully functional, like the others. His arms can move, his legs can move. And there also is one of my favorites and my most accomplishing one that I have is the 1/60th scale, which, as you can see, dwarfs both of the other model kits. And you're probably thinking, well, James, why didn't you make a how-to video on this? This is awesome. Well, this took me 3 months to build. So, if you can get 3 months into your time window, then it would waste half of school, but, you know, even lights up. So yeah, you can put some really good effort into these model kits and they'll come out like this or like this. I really hope that everybody enjoyed my video. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, you can ask me at school or just anytime you feel like it. I really hope that you get into building model kits yourself as well. And thanks for watching. Bye!